Hello everyone and welcome, it's your man iFaceTime here bringing you another episode of Throwback Thursday. Today we have Feeding Frenzy. This is a little Xbox 360 arcade game. It costs a few bucks to purchase, but some consoles actually came with it when the Xbox 360 was first released in the three forms of the Arcade, Elites, and I believe the other one is the Pro version. I believe in order it'd be Arcade, Pro, and then Elite. But yeah, I remember when I very first had an Xbox 360 arcade. I now currently have the Slim with the 250 GB hard drive. When I very first had my copy, this is one of the games that came with it. And honestly, I really enjoyed this game. It's pretty cool. There's 40 stages throughout the game, and for every so often levels you transition to a different fish. Usually one of the fishes that were the main threat previously. But the thing I really like about this game is it starts off with a very simple concept where you are the smallest, well, you are one among the smallest fish, and you must eat all the other fishes to grow larger. When you hit that certain point of growing larger, you can then eat the next progression fish until you are the biggest threat out there. And it starts with that simple concept, and it progresses into this really fast-paced, intense survival mode, and it becomes very intense and very difficult. There's also bonus stages for every time you're about to transition to a different fish, and I believe somewhere in the middle as well. This being one of the bonus stages where I had to quickly collect a certain amount of fish. Bonus stages vary. They give you different lengths of time, and they also give you different tasks. Sometimes you may have to eat certain fishes, sometimes you will have to eat a bunch of objects, or a bunch of the clams may have pearls that you must eat without getting killed. Now, as you get further into the game, the bonus stages become a little bit more difficult. Now, no worries, if you fail to complete a bonus task, you will still get the amount of points you've earned, but you just won't get any free lives or anything special, and you will just go on to the next level. And one thing that's also cool is you could also go back to any of these levels whenever you're ready. You also can unlock time attack mode, which is what I am playing in this recording. Pretty much you have to complete all the levels within a certain amount of time. They provide you with unlimited lives, so that is nothing to worry about. However, you lose score when you continue to die. As you can see here, the clams in the bottom, they give you plenty of little opportunities to grab a hold of the black pearls and the white pearls. Black pearls is giving you a free life if I'm not mistaken, and the white one's just giving you less points, but the black one's ultimately the better one. However, they're very rare to come across. Now you want to be very careful when you're trying to attempt to grab something from these clams. If you take too long or just have a bad feeling about it, leave it be. It'll be there next time. The thing is, if they clamp you, you're done. You're just gonna die. And as I said, this becomes very high paced and very intense. There are many threats, beginning with one of the little fishes that are very small and they happen to pass by on a regular basis. The little green guys, you don't want to eat them. See, what they'll do is they'll poison you, and when you become poisoned, it's not really like, oh, you're gonna die, end of the world. It reverses your controls. Left being right, right being left, up, down, up. You get the point. And this becomes very difficult to play with for a certain amount of time. You'll see the little bar that will appear above your head. Now, when you're poisoned, you want to pretty much try to get to the bottom level. You want to the bottom is usually the safest until you hit a certain point. But at this point, you're going to have a lot of big fish seeing you, and they're going to try to take advantage of that. And you don't want them to eat you, so you're going to want to avoid these guys. And so just to make it all easier, you really want to avoid those little green guys. Now, each fish has different abilities. You have the puffer fish, and when he feels threatened, he'll just puff in front of your face, and that becomes a real nuisance after some time. And every now and then you may see a yield sign that will pop up across the sides of the level. This should be proceed with caution. That's what yield means. And what it is usually it'll be a barracuda, sometimes a shark, or even an orca whale will come across the screen and just swipe down anything in its path. You can't really do anything to defeat this character. You may as well just avoid it at all costs. However, if you're feeling daredevilish, you may attack it from behind and get a little tail bite for a couple of 100 points. I like to do this a lot. I love doing it back to back. The only thing is, the more you do it, the more aware they are, and then they'll start trying to juke you. They'll move left, right, and then they'll go on their path and come right back. And if they catch you, they'll just munch on you real fast. Another growing threat is the bombs. Somewhere within the first early stages, you will come across the bombs, and it'll give you a little warning about it before the level started, letting you know about the features of the bomb. The bomb, it's a pretty simple feature. It just comes down from the sky every now and then, and it blows up anything in its path. You could actually lead bigger fish on the path of the bomb, and you can take out bombs that way. Also, you have the jellyfish. They're not too dangerous, but from time to time they can really ruin you in a tight situation. If you come across these jellyfish, you want to try to be very agile and just keep away from them if you can. It'll just stun you for literally about, at the most, 2.5 seconds, and within those 2.5 seconds, a lot can happen when things get very fast paced. When it becomes very fast paced, it'll just stun you real fast, and anything can eat you right away. Here at the very final stage, you fight against the king shark. King shark will appear when the yield sign happens. However, he's not undefeatable. You must reach that point to where you're the biggest thing in the ocean. Technically, size-wise, you're not really bigger than him, but you'll just be able to munch on him. And so once you're able to eat him, he's no threat anymore. I like to focus on eating him more, simply because he gives you more points, and there's also an achievement for eating 1,000 sharks. There's several little achievements that make this game kind of rewarding in its own little way, but honestly, it's a really fun game. I spent the money to repurchase this game after so long. I considered it. I was looking at it, I was like, you know, I really missed this game. This is several months back, by the way, and I highly recommend it. It's literally not, at the most, it's probably $5. I'm not entirely too sure of its price, but I recommend it to anyone. Honestly, it's really fun, especially if you have some downtime, or if you in the future may have like issues with your internet connection where you cannot go online, but you still have that little urge to play something. You could play a game like this. Then again, there's also all sorts of other options you have besides games, but that's aside from the point. The game is really fun with its simple concept, and it's highly enjoyable. I believe it's really good for all ages as well. And like, I highly recommend checking out the time attack mode when you completed it. I was actually looking towards going for like some leaderboards and high score kind of thing, not like top #1, but you know, just for my own personal fun, until I realized majority of people who were above me at the end were all modded JTags. That's unfortunate, but you know, what can you do? Nonetheless, that's what you can expect. But it's all fine, all fun and games, man, and that's the point of this. It's just supposed to be fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Throwback Thursday. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your Man Eye FaceTime. Peace, guys. Oh, and one more thing I would like to mention. If you have any recommendations for next time's video, please leave a comment about it. Peace.